welcome back. If you're joining me from another video, if you're joining me for the first time, hello! I have a horror doll for October and Halloween, one of my favorite months of the year. Big thing in my house. This is Annabelle from the Annabelle movie line. Now, Annabelle movies are based on a real rag doll. It's a Raggedy Andy sort of doll. It's nothing like this doll here, but in some ways, this one is a lot more creepy cute than the real life Annabelle. I really love how they've done her. She's made to imitate a porcelain doll, and of course her outfit is also very spooky the way she is. I've watched all the movies. They get creepier as they go along. I think there is a version of her by Mezco who makes this doll where her face is a bit more cracked and a bit more demonic, but this is the one I wanted where she is complete and her eyes just kind of stare into your soul. So let's have a look at the box. I think the box is actually very basic. We've got Annabelle creation at the top here, just Annabelle with some wood here on the side, Mezco toys here, and the same wood on there. But on the back we have Annabelle behind that plank of wood, just kind of staring at you. Now she is meant to be possessed by a demon. So yeah, she's a bit freaky. Let's open her up and have a look. Okay, so I got her out. She's lying like she's kind of in a coffin at the moment on the table here. Look what was on the side in a little bag. That note, "Find me," just like in the movie. It's not flimsy like an A4 piece, but it's not strong like a cardboard piece, and it's got that like red crowned effect, "Find me." So that is definitely going to go back in the bag. I actually have an area where I put all my doll certificates, like for ball jointed dolls and stuff like that. Okay, so here she is out of her plastic tomb. That plastic tomb is recyclable. I found the recycle sign on it, so make sure you put it in the recycle bins, kids, or adults. Should be adults collecting this. Here she is. Unlike my other Mezco dolls, which you can check out the reviews on, Annabelle actually has a soft body, so she is a lot more flopsy mopsy. She's not going to stand up unless you have her on a doll stand. I imagine the idea being that just like in the movie she has her sitting down on a shelf, you sit her down rather than stand her up. But you can get, if you do wish it to be this way, you could get a little doll stand and put it under her dress and hold her up that way. She's so freaky, and her hands are gigantic in comparison to her face, which makes it even more. Oh, and look at that animated hand. Looks like it's reaching out for you. I'll bring her up and we'll have a look together. So adult hand here, just for comparison. So when she's standing up, about up to there. Oh my goodness, let's bring her up and have a look. Okay, so this is normally the part in a doll review where I say, oh my goodness, isn't she beautiful? But Annabelle, even though she's crafted by a master craftsman, if you watch the movie, she looks like something that had basically a custom doll that's been done by an amateur and gone really wrong. Something that it is actually going to jump out and haunt you in the middle of the night. Her eyes have been painted so they just stare. They just stare into your soul. They just stare into your soul. She has these thick eyelashes that give her a bit of a madam look. And then 3 eyelashes to the side on each one with a large, what I call an Egyptian click there. Rather than have her eyebrows to match her hair in a light, they're done in a black, which makes them really dominant. So they stand out. And then she has deep red lips. But again, it's the sculpting of the face, the very pointy cheekbones, the way the mouth has been done to look like she's semi-unamused, and the eyes that are just piercing. Together, she is not a pretty doll, but she is creepy cute. She's definitely nothing that you could call beautiful or pretty, but creepy cute pretty much suits her. Her hairstyle, however, is amazing. I love this. I love this thick fringe. I love how thick they've done it in this bowl cut where it just kind of like I call it a bowl cut because it sits like it's a bowl, upside down bowl. She has a middle part. Again, it's very thick, so even if you move it slightly, you can see more hair underneath, so it's not showing balding patches. And then 2 ponytails down the back. From the back, she looks like she'd be like a little innocent little girl, doesn't she? She really does have that innocence with the little red ties in her hair going down. She's very plain at the back. Her dress is plain. It is just a white one piece underneath. If we pull here, because normally the Mezco stuff that I've got is around here, so it won't be on here. So I wonder where they've printed their signature, etc. So there is her soft body, I should say. It's not firmly stuffed, so it is, as I said, flopsy mopsy. Just put that back on because I'm a bit worried about that Velcro pulling on her soft body, and I don't want it to be. Going around to here, there's a bit more detail in the dress. We have this little rose to the side. She has a red tiered belt. She has some frill with a little red up here. She has these high shoulder flares, long sleeves down to her hands, and check out what I was talking about with the hands. Let's get those in focus. They look like they're grabbing for you. The camera is just, I can't get the hands in focus because you can't see it, but my camera has facial tracking and it's tracking her everywhere. And it doesn't want to leave her alone. Facial tracking works. Okay, her face is out of the shot now. Please focus for the hands. There we go. Look at this. They are animated. They look like they're reaching out, and I just want to put them beside her head. Her hands are almost as big as her face, it feels like. They're about half the size, but they're huge in comparison to her doll face. And on this side, we have a waving hand, the Queen's wave. Hello, darling. On this side, the vinyl in the hands goes to about upper arm till just before her elbow, really, her elbow joint there. So the vinyl is right down to there. On her legs, we have plain feet. She does not have any shoes. She does not have toe markings. They're keeping as authentic to the movie, I believe, and Mezco's really, really good with this with their dolls. They're keeping as authentic to the doll in the movie as possible. So basically, it's like an unfinished stub, and it goes up to halfway to a knee, basically. Let's have a pull up here. Here is probably her tag that I was looking for on the back. Yep, there we are. Annabelle and all related characters, Warner Brothers, blah, blah, blah. So there is her tag. Very basic soft body doll sculpt here. Just the legs attached there, the arm attached there. So there's nothing really too fancy about her body. And unlike the other dolls that I have from the Mezco range, I actually imagine you can undress her quite easily. It looks like you'll just pull the Velcro down. The only issue you're going to have is kind of with this hand, because it's quite ginormous, but yeah, I think with a little tugging, I wouldn't do it myself. She would be free. I love, love, love her. I know I shouldn't love her because she's evil. Well, the doll herself isn't evil, but she has an evil presence in her. I'm absolutely going to love displaying her at Halloween. I'm absolutely going to love putting her next to Chucky and Tiffany. Maybe a little Pennywise on the side. What do you reckon? She's really nice, and I definitely do want her her equal, or her other side, basically, which is the cracked face version of her by Mezco, because she is a lot. She's actually kind of growing on me. I want to say she's kind of growing on me. I just was about to say she's pretty. She is actually growing on me. This kind of which featured doll is... I'm going to love her. Is that part of the doom? Is this why this hand's like this in the middle of the night when you least expect it? If you love horror dolls, please give this review a... What should they do, Annabelle? Well, she can't really put her thumb up on that, so can she do it on this side? A thumbs up? If you love toys in general, please subscribe. We love to open toys here. We love to share. And we do have more of these horror dolls coming in the future. Love October. want to eat your soul. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.